Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead, and welcome back to Train Sim World. So, yeah, Saturday afternoon, time for trains. Yeah, I thought we'd do some more Tees Valley. I did go back and finish the one we struggled on last time, which I thought about. Oh yes, sorry, and I've got my son here again, so you might hear chattering in the background occasionally. I did manage to do the one that we didn't do last time, but I'm going to skip that for now because actually I'd have to start the journey with that. I'd have to start it again. So we'll skip that and we'll do class oh, what's it doing? Class 37 instead. It'll catch up in a minute. Yeah, we need to get that one, definitely. And there's another one coming out. I think it's this week, next week. Oh, I need to get that one too. But we need to finish some of the ones we got first. Oh wow, loading, seriously. How long? Plus 37 introduction. Here we go. Woohoo, big train.
Welcome to these Class 37/5 diesel-electric locomotives in rail freight sector livery. This brief introduction will go through the startup and stop procedures.
Enter the cab through the front door. Excellent.
Tail lights on and its handbrake released. Climb up.
Yeah.
A lot of time will be spent driving, so take a seat to continue.
It's kind of the point.
The master key is used to activate the driver's controls. Set the reverser as indicated in preparation to start the engine. Go ahead and start the locomotive.
Oh, good noise.
The handbrake holding the locomotives, set the train brake as indicated.
The handbrake holding the locomotive, set the train brake to running.
The main reservoir will take a moment to charge. This can be observed by watching the brake dials.
Watching the brake dials. Oh yeah, it's on the right. Which one is it on the display?
Now use
Can't
the
see.
reverser to set the direction of travel.
Okie dokes.
Lights and a head code are important.
Marker lights and instrument lights to on. Alright, headlights. Ah, okay. Headlights on. Instrument lights on.
It's time to move. Set the handbrake as indicated.
What? Off. Hello, Mr. Saunders. Oh wow, that doesn't take long. It's getting there. Slowly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, A. Gotcha.
Increase the throttle to start moving. Do not apply too much power too quickly.
Might need a little bit more. Oh, set the throttle off. Apparently we don't.
Maintain a constant speed. Make use of the brakes and throttle controls to manage the train and prevent overspeeding.
Yeah, small wheels by the side. Oh, I'm not going to do it with the levers, they're too low down. Right, let's give it a bit more welly. Give it a bit of welly. Ah, Master Saunders, not Mr. Saunders. I think he means James. Hello, James. Uh-oh. Braking. No, it's fine. We're alright. We're alright. How far we got to go? Come on then. Let's have it. Stop. Probably. Alexander says, what do we have to do next? Well, I'm guessing we probably just, I don't know, it just says manage your speed. Stop at location, Tees Yard,
Apply
Ooh,
a small
100
amount of
yards.
brake force to achieve an
Ah,
optimal
that's
start
actually quite
button.
long.
That is
Apply a small amount of brake force to bring us to a slow and steady stop. Too much. It's going to stop too soon. Slow it down, slow it down. No, not that much. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We're not there yet, we're not there yet. Dad is listening and drilling holes in the wall. Well, he's not going to be listening very well if he's drilling holes in the wall. But he's always at his happiest when he's drilling holes in the wall. So that's okay. Not sure what Mum will say about that. Oh, so close. But no cigar. Good work. That concludes all the basics of this locomotive. Okie dokie.
this looks easy.
Switching it on, stopping it and starting it, stopping it. Oh, look at that. Lovely. I've earned a gold medal. There you go. See, I could be an Olympic loco driver.
That was easy.
Fortunately, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Compared to the induction that we had to do last week that we failed because we went through a red light, that was very easy. Right, continue.
This was even easier. We just have to get the throttle going.
Oh, continue journey. Can't we just continue journey anyway? Wouldn't that be easier?
Yeah.
Continue journey. Which train are you on? Is it 37? It is a 37, yes. Sorry, yes, James, you missed the very beginning, didn't you? Yes, it's a Class 37. We're doing the Class 37 journey, which is basically just a whole load of scenarios and timetabled routes, driving, all mixed up. So yeah, I thought we'd just stick to one today, keep it simples, and we'll just gradually start working through some of these. There's a new German diesel loco coming out. I think it's this week, but I may not rush to get it, though I do want it because it looks awesome. Ooh, says Dad. Welcome to Lackenby Steelworks. I love doing these when I'm not in the UK. Waiting in the sidings is the tube liner service ready to deliver steel coils to Corby. Oh yeah, look at that.
Steel.
We're going to Corby. I always wanted to go to Corby on a wet Saturday afternoon.
Not wet.
It is wet. Look at it. It's raining. Means we need to put the windscreen wipers. I know, but we're in the game. We're playing. We're pretending. Hey up. Social distancing. What's she doing here?
He is probably helping us.
Are we more than 2 meters away? Is that all right? I think so. Just about. Set the master heater on. Okay. Set the locomotive brake to 100%. Because I saw the handbrake was already released, so that may be a sensible thing to do. Set the reverser to forward. Assuming we're already running, then set the train brakes to running. We'll also need to set the loco brake to 0. We'll also need to figure out how to put the thingies on. Have we got lights? Where was the light switch? Is the lights on?
Yeah.
Headlights on.
Well, that doesn't do much.
Definitely want. Well, it does if you're outside looking at the lights. It does do a bit, I'm sure. What else we got? Tail light. Let's have them on because we should really. Probably not supposed to have all of them on, but we should because route indicator lights. Well, that sounds fun. Let's have that on. Cab light. It's a bit. Okay, no, it's a bit dark. Put it off. Fine. All right, let's do that then. Interior. No, I'm not fussed about those. Right, good. Why do I switch my windscreen wipers on? Yes, Alexander, what? Hang on. Wiper stop. Wiper park. No. Wiper run.
That's good.
Variable speed. Oh, that's quite cool. Check that out. Nice.
I think they're on, I would say
Lights on or off? Why? Lights should be on, really. Right, apply power using the throttle lever. Reach at least 5 miles an hour. Wow. Ooh, not that much. Steady. Okay, it's clearly quite a heavy load. We'll probably give it a little bit more welly. Come on, you want to. We are moving. So reach at least 5 miles an hour, but not 10 miles an hour. Go via location South Bank. 1.8 miles away.
Whoa.
Wonder how far it is to Corby from whichever yard it said we was in.
Daddy, we're going straight forward, so we need to go that way.
Well, I'm assuming we're on the right line. We'll find out in a sec. We'll just put it into thingy so it just glides along nicely. Let's have a look at the route. Yeah, we're on the right route. It's fine. We don't need to change our points or anything. We're on the blue line. That's okay.
Whoa, we have to go a long way.
Because it says go via location, which is that location there. That's where we're heading to. But that's only a go via. We don't even have to stop unless it turns out there's a red light. I don't know where we're going. I don't know where Corby is. Wowzers. Look at that. Whew. Okay.
Ginormous.
So we've got, crazy, 1,000 yards. We're going to go up to a nutty 20 miles an hour. Is anyone home though? Let's see. Let's have a look.
Oh, wow.
Them's a lot of coils. Look at that. That's a bit cool, isn't it? That's a proper train, that is. The size of this yard. It's huge. Some of these are empty. I've been diddled. Or are they all the same? So they're all stacked. There's two at each end and one in the middle. So they're nice and evenly stacked. Are they all the same? Oh yeah, they're all the same. Okay, fair enough. Right, let's give it a bit of welly. We're losing speed. I'll tell you what, that 700 yards to that 20 mile an hour limit's not coming up quick, is it? We do, but we can only go up to 10.
Oh, no way. So we're meant to go at 20.
Well, we're not meant to go at 20 for another 700 and a bit yards. My dad says Corby's near Kettering, everyone knows that. Well, I probably did know that.
I do.
No, you wouldn't, because you've never been. And I'm trying to think if I've ever been. I probably have actually. Corby. I must have been to Corby. Oh, cool little red light. Look at that. That's awesome. What pile's what? That pile?
Yeah.
Ballast.
Daddy, we're actually running away from the train.
Train's running away. Catch up, catch up.
Remember last time when we had 3 cameras on and then the train just went off without.
Yeah, runaway train. That was my second video I think I did on the well, that explains why we're going so slow. We've had to change tracks.
Hey, Daddy,
Cool though, isn't it? We got lights on, we do.
Wow, that's really bad.
Oh, we've got rear lights at the front and the back. Right, okay, so let's change that then. That's not right, is it? Got a yellow signal coming up in 0.9 miles. Right.
Uh-oh.
James and Alexander, your job is to keep an eye on red signals, okay? So where were the tail lights? Get rid of that. No. Get rid of that. What else we got up here? Lighting, MCB, blah blah blah. Okay, fine. What's this do? No. Ooh, battery isolating switch. Let's not switch that on. Okay.
Because then we'd lose all our power.
Yeah, which we seem to be anyway. I don't know why we're slowing down. Come on. Have it some welly. What else we got? What other buttons are there? What fun things? Ooh, what's this here? I can see something. Oh no, that's the loco brake. We knew about that. What does this one do? Slow speed control, don't need that.
No, we don't.
Going slow enough already. Nose compartment light, on and off.
No.
I'm not sure we can get into the nose compartment, so that would seem a bit... Actually, you know what? Cab heater, that would make sense, wouldn't it? It seems a bit chilly. She don't need a cab heater, she's alright. Oh look, cars on the road.
Really?
Come on, train. Oh, we are going up quite some incline, no wonder we slowed down. Ah, cool bus, nice. That's what buses used to look like when I was a lad. Actually, I'm not that old. No, we're not. We are gradually speeding up, but we're fighting against quite a strong gradient, which is leveling. It's starting to level out actually, so better watch it because we'll suddenly shoot forward. Ah, but we get to go up to a whole 25 miles an hour soon. Which must mean, does that mean we've already gone through the 20-mile-an-hour one? That'd be a bonus.
Oh, that means we probably are.
I'm just waiting for the trailers, the wagons to get through it as well. What's the random lady doing there? I don't know, but I think she's breaking the social distancing rules.
Hey!
She's my second.
Wait, maybe she's the one who's making us break.
She's not, well, we're not breaking, we're just going up a hill, that's all. Trains don't like hills. Cripes, look at the flames coming out of the towers. Oh, here we go. 9.7, 9.8, we've gone up to 20 miles an hour. Ooh, bit of slip, bit of wheel slip.
We're slipping, we're slipping.
Can give it a little bit more welly. Just about, gradually. Come on. Uh-oh, downhill slope. Now we're going to pick up some speed.
Ready, Daddy? We can go faster than 16. 17. 18.
Right, let's cut power for a minute. Yep, because we're already starting to hit 20. We're going to go through it. Gathering too much speed, being pushed by those naughty wagons. Troublesome trucks.
What? We're slowing down.
Yeah, it's because I put the brakes on. All of a sudden we're just going to stop. It's alright, they're coming off again. They're releasing. Shouldn't take too much for it to increase speed again, actually, because there's nearly a 1% gradient and we're coming up to 25 miles an hour anyway.
So who cares?
Still got that troublesome yellow signal coming up in 400 yards. Let's hope it stays yellow.
Yeah. And goes green. It might go green. Let's hope it doesn't go red though. That would be bad.
Here we go.
Here we go, we're going to pick up 25. 20. Yes!
We're going to go over it.
Yeah.
Let's try not to.
No, we
Bit of
need
brake.
to.
No, we don't need to.
25.
No, we don't. Not for another 300 yards. Right, brakes off. Does like to brake when you put the brakes on.
There's the yellow light, Daddy.
Which is a good thing in some ways. Right, here's the yellow signal coming up. Oh, that washed off way too much speed. And now we're going up a gradient again. That's no good. Where you're heading? I actually don't know. We're going to Corby, aren't we? Didn't we already discuss this? Well, we're going via location, South Bank, but that's not where we're going. That's just the route we're taking. But I think we're going to Corby. All train tracks lead to Corby. Apparently. They don't, I'm joking. Let's speed up a little bit. What's the gradient? 0.2%, so it shouldn't be too crazy. So we've gone through the 25 limit. Now we're heading up to a 60 limit. Now this is going to go crazy. No, not really. It's going to get quicker anyway.
We're going to go at 6. Whoa, we have to go at 60.
You don't have to go at 60. Oh, look, there's a train coming.
That is green light. Got a green light.
101.
I'm looking for a
Looking
green
empty, which is should do really, because you know, there's not supposed to be anybody on it. Can you not wait that round? Yes, Alexander, no, green light, yeah. Right, let's give it a bit of power. Got a slight downhill gradient. Lovely, lovely smoke coming out. So there you go, go via location South Bank, all good. Right, now where do we go? Go via location Middlesbrough. That's where you want to go on a wet Saturday afternoon. Hello, lady. What are you doing stood there? You've not got a brolly.
Maybe she's looking for a food. Maybe you didn't have a body, go up and sit where it's shelter.
Yellow signal, 20 yards. Missed one. Back to green.
We've got a lot to do.
Now let's see. So we're at 25. Slight downhill gradient. We are gaining a touch of speed, but not masses. So fingers crossed. I'm going to put a tiny little bit of brake on, just to ease us back. Just take off again immediately so we don't slow down too much.
That's every go at
20. So 2.4 miles to Middlesbrough. Hey, 60 mile an hour limit. Woohoo! For a whole 0.9 miles. Let's go back in a minute. Yep, go via location Middlesbrough, indeed. It's like it's not raining quite so heavy. Probably heavier than that though. That'll do, we can turn those down a bit. Where's the horn on this thing? We've got to have the horn. Instrument light dimmer. There's got to be one somewhere. There it is. Sort of. We're not gaining masses of speed. My dad says, you like Middlesbrough, don't you? Just like the old days. I'm not sure I liked Middlesbrough when I was there. I don't know about now. I think it's improved. Well, it's somewhere familiar. How do I know what? How do I know what? That it's familiar? Because I spent 3 years of my life there. That's where I went to university. Let's give it a bit more welly. Come on, come on, come on. We're not even going to make 60. We're not even at 50 yet, and it's about to change down to 50. Right, green light, 80 yards. That's where it goes down to 50. So that's okay. So it looks like there's another train in front of us, which is why it keeps moving from yellow to green, because it immediately went from yellow to green.
We've got a train right in front of us, light right there, right down the track.
Pity you can't operate both horn tones with one button. Anyway, I need to get my keyboard out. Last time I tried to get it to work, it didn't work. Here we go at 40. Which keyboard? The one that I used for train sim. Well, it's got shortcut buttons on it. Whoa! That caught me by surprise. What's going on now? Brake, brake, brake. All of a sudden we drop the speed limit on the line. What's that? That's nuts. Driving significantly over the speed limit. Well, yeah. I had a 50 mile an hour limit and you just immediately dropped. Right, take the brakes off because we're going to drop right the way down now. They're not going to release in time. Excellent. Stop dead.
Alright, we're stopped.
Alright. Unless there's something I need to do to reset it. It doesn't look like it. It's not that fancy.
I think we went to the wrong track.
No, we didn't go onto the wrong track. It just didn't tell us that the speed limit was about to change. Got a little bit of wheel slippage. It's not wanting to start. Tell you what, Alexander, you can be in charge of the comments because I can't. Let's put very gentle throttle. We've got power, so. No, it's not 50 miles an hour at the moment. At the moment it's 20, but actually it's not letting us. There we go. We're gradually moving. It's just struggling to grip. If you give it too much power, that's alright. So ease it forwards, let it pick up a bit of momentum. But it's 15-mile-an-hour limit in 1.9 miles, which must mean we're nearly to where we're supposed to be if we're gradually slowing down again. So that's Middlesbrough, apparently. I'm still not sure where our journey's end is. Must be in here. Look at the size of that yard. Good grief. There's lots to be done on this route. Actually, we should spend a bit of time on here. Here we go, coming up on 11, 12. Oh, I didn't get points because I was driving too fast. Seven miles until the green signal. 1,000 yards. Backseat drivers. Right, here we go. He's not. No, he isn't.
You did say 7 more miles until green signal.
No, I didn't.
You did.
Did I? Okay, 700 yards. Anyway, right. Far too many backseat drivers. Just coming up on 20. So that's good. Well, side seat drivers. Too many seconds, like the lady. We're having hard-boiled eggs for lunch. Okay. Actually, on a day like this, when you're driving a train, it's only 11 o'clock in the morning. It's a bit early for my pork pie and a hard-boiled egg. That's exactly what you need. Pork pie and a hard-boiled egg. Right, coming up on Middlesbrough. Ooh, that means we can sound the horn and say, "Oi, look out, we're coming." It's a very strange noise. Here we go. You go via location Middlesbrough. So that's it. This must be Middlesbrough. I won't open the window. I don't need to open. I don't need to stop. It's not telling me to stop. Stop at location Eagles Cliff. Okay.
Whoa. Let's see how long that is.
5.8 miles. That's a very long way at 15 miles an hour.
We're going at 18. This isn't saying. Oh right. Can you open
There
the
it is.
window?
It's raining. I'm not going to open the window.
Okay.
There you go. The wonder that is Middlesbrough.
But where do you think we'll be?
It's that way somewhere. Yep.
Oh, it must be the church.
Because it's on that, so I'm sure it's on that side of the line, going up, straight up.
It's not church or something.
Uh-oh.
How are you going to drive?
Downhill slope, too fast, a little bit of brake. Them's them steel coils.
It's in the green light.
100 yards to a green signal. Driving over the speed limit. Oh wow, really? By about a mile an hour for about 2 seconds. Wow, that's harsh. Oh, looks like our 50-mile-an-hour limit's gone anyway. Or did I just drive straight through it and I missed it? That's what it was telling me. I wasn't even looking.
You don't need to. We can go as fast as we want now.
No, we can't. We can go at 20 miles an hour. That's right, you are. Back soon. Alright. Is that because you're going to have your hard-boiled eggs for lunch? Huh? Oh, someone just said back soon. I don't know if it's James or Mark. No idea. He can't have his hard-boiled eggs. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. Ooh, train coming.
Have a look.
Ah! Oh, cool.
Except it has
So yeah, there's two 37s and a whole shed load of coal trucks. How come they've got two and I've only got one? Crikey.
they must need loads of power to carry all of that.
They're taking the coal to the steelworks where I just got my steel from. Oh, cool, look, traffic. Right, let's give it a little bit of power.
0.6.
Try and speed it up.
We can make it without crashing into each
Why are we slowing down? Why are we slowing down?
other. Maybe it's that lady again.
That's odd. I didn't put the brakes on. I don't think I did. Wow, what's going on? Why were the brakes on? That's weird. It does struggle to start, has to be said. That's because the brakes are still releasing, that's why it takes a really, air brakes, they take a really long time to release. Okay, right, brakes should be released by now. A little bit of power. I must have pressed the wrong button, I don't know why the brakes were on. Anyway, we're on the way again. Gradually picking up speed. Here we go. Now we're moving. Good job, really. Still got 5 miles to go.
We've got 4.
4.8, close enough. Near as what's it? No, it's 20. We got a slight uphill slope, small gradient. No, too fast because I don't want to go the speed limit. Two seems to be holding us 18 quite nicely, actually. Gradient's gone, let's knock it down to 1. Maybe even take it off for a minute, see what happens. Oh no, slight uphill gradient again. Jarry. Do we need more power? Yep, we do. A little bit more power. Sorry, Alexander, what?
Maybe going to a cliff or something.
Maybe going to a cliff. I hope not. Oh, Eagles Cliff. Yes, we're going to Eagles Cliff, yeah.
Train.
Class 101.
Very small.
Very small train. Right, bit of a downhill. Only slight, but we've got enough weight. It's probably not going to take much to push us over 20 miles an hour. Yellow signal in 800 and a bit yards. Ooh, speed limit goes up to 35 in 1.9 miles. That's crazy. A whole 35 miles an hour. Hold on to your hats, folks.
Are we going to do it?
We're going to do what? 35. I'm going to go at 35, but yeah, but not for 1.8 miles. Let's try and nudge up to 20. I kind of thought we'd start gathering speed once we were on this downhill slope, but apparently not, so we'll risk it. Go nuts.
Right, so I'd say I'll be in charge of the comments, and James, when he comes back, he can have a breakfast.
Sure. Ooh, bit too much brake. Just trying to monitor that speed a little bit. The brakes release the power to get us back up to speed because we're now on a completely flat. Wow, look, a myriad of signals. That's good we're not on the next line across. Ooh, does that mean there's something coming? Might do. There's a red signal. Might mean there's a train coming. Or does that mean we're about to cross the lines? We might be about to cross the lines actually. No, it's fine. No, we're not. Okay. Yellow signal. These coal trucks, they're a bit cool. Look in front of us, what?
There's a red light.
Oh yeah. There is a red light on that line. It's because we didn't go that way, didn't it?
Maybe
Right, knock it down.
trying to take us through all of these, all of the ones which have green or yellow.
Right, so one's holding us at 19. We're gradually inching up to 20 miles an hour. There we go, at 20, take the power off. Right, let's have a look, see what's going on. Alright, so we're going around this yard. And we're going, wow, all the way down here. Crikey. And there's Eagle's Cliff. We're all the way back here.
Wow. Okay, that's gonna take.
Oh cool, we're about to go past that turny-tabley thing.
Oh yeah. Probably get on free camera as well. Look.
Okay, got on free camera. Roger.
Now let's run away from the train.
It's our road.
What time is it?
We are limited as how far we can go on free camera, I think. So that's it. It's not. Actually, yeah, it is a turntable.
Let's go for it. Yeah, it is.
Oh, sadly, not in operation. That's a pity. The actual turny-tabley bit's missing.
Really?
Yeah, because there's nothing in the middle, right? It's cool though. Try and catch back up with our train.
Then maybe we should stop by fixing
We'll stop to pick up some wheels, shall we? Yeah, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to switch this off because I don't think we really need it. Park it. For now. It's not raining that much. Right, a bit more welly. Give us some power. Oh yeah, slight uphill slope actually. Definitely need some power. We're going to go to the heady heights of 35 miles an hour in a second, so I want to make sure we're at 20 when we get there. Oh, station. By the time I sounded the horn, we're already through the station by the time I found it. It's raining again. Right, hold on to your hats, ladies and gents. Only 160 yards, 120 yards, till a 35-mile line speed. Mind you, once the entire train's passed through the thing, which actually will be a little while yet. Ooh, and then we go up to 45 miles an hour. It's going to get exciting. That's assuming, of course, we can overcome the 0.6% gradient. There we go. Come on, little train, you can do it. Not even sure we'll be at 35 before the 45. Ooh, I'm going across a bridge, cool.
Let's have a look. Is there any water below us? No. Actually, yes, there is.
Yeah, there is, but I can't get down to it.
Get a free camera and you can have a look. See? Look.
Right, still got a bit of a gradient up, but we're gathering speed, so let's make it full throttle. Try and get us up to, I don't know, crazy 35 before we hit the 50-mile-an-hour limit. And then we've got, what, 2 miles to go. So we should be able to keep going. Should go up to 50 in a second. Green light, ooh, ducked. Yep, so we're now at 50 mile an hour limit, full throttle, we're at 30 miles an hour. 31. 32. I'm not sure we're going to make 50 before we have to start slowing down. Not concentrating enough on speed on the train. But hey, it's pretty. Still a bit of sunlight. A bit juddery. Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I can actually see there's a tiny bit of blue in the sky.
Ooh, yellow signalling 0.6 miles.
Oh, not yellow. It's going to turn red.
1,000 yards, right, so need to be keeping an eye on that. Nice banking curve. So we're going flat out and we're holding at 39 miles an hour because we can't go against the gradient. Oh well, never mind. So what happens after this yellow signal? We've only got 1.2 miles to go. Okay, so another yellow and 0.6 miles. Ooh, ooh. Going up to crazy 40 miles an hour. Right, actually we need stopping 0.9 miles, so we probably want to think about letting it just coast a little bit. Let the gradient wash off some of the speed. Coming down to 1,000 yards. 0.7 miles. 0.6 miles. Right, coming up on 1,000 yards. Put a tiny little bit of brake on, just to wash off a little bit of speed. Right, red signal, 900 yards, so we don't want to brake it. No question of that. So a little bit more brake then. bring us down to 20 or so. Got the gradient helping us as well, so that's alright. Yeah, there's a red signal. You're supposed to be keeping out for red signals. Uh-oh, duck. Right, put a little bit more brake. Release the brakes. Yep, we're alright, should be okay. In fact, I might need to put a little bit more power on. Just a little bit more power. And I don't think this is the end of the scenario actually, because we're stopping at Eagles Cliff. We're supposed to be going to Corby. No, no. I thought we were going to Corby. If you sit all the way over there, they can't hear you. I'll just repeat everything he says, it's fine. Right. Power off. A little bit of brake. Ease us in. I think we're going to hold at this red light and then it's going to tell us to carry on. Oh, so negative. We're going to stop. We've got loads of space. In fact, we're going to stop too short. We'll have to inch forwards. Come on. A little bit. Come on. I do wish the stop points would be slightly further away from the red light. We've got about 4 yards to spare. Losing speed. It's a game of nerves. Look at this. 10, 9, no, 10, no, 9. Ah, that'll do.
Yes.
The brake on. Oh, and instantly, Yarm Viaduct is currently undergoing structural inspection, so all services south are being diverted via Darlington. Oh, wow. Okay. Good grief. Are we doing the entire line? This is huge. Oh, wow. Okay, that's where we're going. Stop at location, Darlington to Goods Loop. Oh, and that's just Darlington Goods Loop. Okay. Right, tiny little bit of power then. I was thinking we might do a couple of these today, but looks like we'll be lucky if we finish this one.
Really would.
Seems odd that the speed there. Okay, so we're following this line right. We're not allowed to go straight on.
Yeah.
Right, we're moving now so we can give it a little bit more power. We're on slight uphill gradient, 7.8 miles. That's just the Darlington Goods Loop. Good grief. Right, well let's hope we get a nice open stretch. 45 miles an hour, that's not going to be too bad. Right, let's open her up. Ooh, we're going at 60 miles an hour in 400 yards. That'll be more like it. 7.5 miles to go. 7.4, burning through it now. Ah, you might be. There we go. Here's the marker for our 60-mile limit. Oh, but then in 700 yards we go back down to 50. Well, there's no point in going above 50 then, because I doubt that we'll make it anyway. In fact, we won't. Still fighting the 0.3% gradient, this poor old train. Oh, gradient increased. Yeah, so we're now in the 60 limit, but we're not going to make it. We're not going to make 60. In fact, I don't think we'll make 50 before the 50 limit. No, definitely not. Proper signal. Define a proper signal. Okay. Like a drop one, yeah. Oh, back up to 60 again in a minute. Actually, that's not too bad then. Gradients 4 in our favour, 0.4% down. Now let's get some speed up. Green signal. Another 0.8 miles to the next one. Why not? Why would we not go any higher than 40? We should definitely go higher than 40. We want to hit that magic 60 number. Preferably before we have to start slowing down to get into Darlington. Ooh, and 2.5 miles of it too before we have to get down to 30. I hope we don't have to stick at 30 for the whole way into Darlington, which actually we might do. It's quite a major town, so yeah, it's quite a big town, Darlington. Tree. Ah. Yeah, I'll try and avoid the trees. There's another one of those cool buses, look. That's a very old bus. Actually, you know what? I probably have been on a bus that looks a bit like that. Yeah. I noticed that too. Disappearing cars. Mysterious disappearing cars of the Darlington line. Ooh, lamppost. Ooh, look at that over there. What's that? Is that a lorry?
No, that's a. Look, it looks.
Ah!
It looks like a trailer.
Yeah, on the back of a lorry. Sorry, a bit late. Too late. Far too late. No, I should have sounded the horn before we went through that station. Right, so what we got? Okay, so a mile. So we just made 50 and we've got to start slowing down because we've got this 30 mile an hour limit. That'd be about right. Let's see, will it wash off enough speed on its own? Do we need to brake? Might do actually.
What bloody somebody?
No, not yet.
I think it's slowing down.
Just a little bit of brake maybe, just to take some of the speed off. I think we'll be alright. We're not driving over the speed limit. Speed limit's currently 60. No, it's not 30 for another 500 yards. Yeah, which isn't very far in a train that's travelling at 36 miles an hour. That'll do it. So still got 3.7 miles to go. Here's a class 101.
Oh, looks like it. Got 3 wheels. And it's a locomotive. I think every single thing in this movie.
Well, yeah, it needs to have at least one locomotive, otherwise it's not going to go anywhere, is it? Or to go forwards, yeah. Whoa, what was that? Yeah, steam, still called a locomotive, but it's steam or diesel. Oh look, cement truck. Digger. Why are there so many trees? It's really nice. It's not the trees' fault. In fact, the trees are there to soak up the moisture. Yeah, there's not many people with umbrellas, that's for sure. Alright, give it more power then. Back up to the 60-mile limit. Plenty of green lights, green signals, we're alright, it's all good. Good job really, given how long this run is. So we've got a minute, so let's just have a quick look. So we've got this to do to get to the Darlington goods loop. But I don't think that's Journey's End. Oh no, maybe it is actually. We can't go much further, that's for sure. Maybe, don't know. Maybe there's going to be a red signal, we just need to stop for a minute. Not sure. Well, they are still walking. Somebody's walking. I don't know if it's Mark and James or not. So, 35 mile an hour limit in 2 miles, which is just before our stopping point, so that's fine. We'll need to be, well, I think we'll probably want to be doing less than 35 miles an hour by the time we get to there anyway. Because we'll be well under a mile to go, well under half a mile to go by that point. Bridges. still raining? Yeah, just about. Right, okay, so 1.2 miles to our 35-mile limit. And we're still trying to get up to the fictitious 60 miles an hour. Right, yellow signal in 0.6 miles.
6 miles.
That probably means we're then going to get another yellow signal and then a red.
Yep.
You know what?
Sure.
Let's leave the train to lose a bit of speed.
Yeah. If we're going really fast.
Yeah, and it's not losing much either. I thought it might start to lose a bit of speed, but no, we must put a little bit of brake. Just bring us down back to that 35 miles an hour.
Now, we should start going back.
39, a little bit more.
There's that yellow light.
Yep, that's the yellow signal. I reckon we'll get another yellow signal next. No, next one will be yellow, then red.
After this one's green.
Oh, we're back on a slight incline, so that'll help us wash off that extra mile an hour that we've got in the next 400 yards. Should be okay. Should be okay. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go up to 5. No, we're waiting.
It's raining. What are you talking about? Not opening the window will get wet. I did put the heater on, that's true actually. Ooh, 30 miles an hour limit.
Whoa.
Lose a little bit more speed. Got a red signal in 0.8 miles, which is fine because that's immediately after our stop point. That was kind of to be expected, that's why we're stopping. Right, so we're already under our 30 mile an hour limit, so that's okay.
We have got newest.
Gradually coming back into civilization. See, she's still very busy.
Let's have a look.
I was joking. She's just sitting there, but then I suppose secondman's job is probably just to sit there and make sure everything's all right, help out in an emergency, or
Slow us down if we're going to crash.
or you know, take over if something happens to me, right? Like if I miss a red signal or something. Wow, how come we just suddenly dropped to 20 miles an hour? That's not on. I'll get ticked off for that. Right. No, I've got lost way too much speed. But we do want to keep an eye on it. We've got a bit extra gap between our stop point and our red signal this time, so it's not too bad. At some point we can go at 7. We'd never make 70. We haven't made 60 yet. But I'm not even sure if we actually made 50 at any point. Well, we have been. Oops, no, wrong way. It's just a single engine with a very heavy load. There you go, that's Darlington Station. Been there a few times. Because it's the goods loop. Because the goods trains don't go through the station. The goods trains don't go through the station. Goods trains go along a loop that goes along the outside of the station.
So that's what we're doing?
Yeah, because we're a goods train. Yeah, goods. As opposed to passengers. Well, I'm sure it's good steel. British steel.
The British steel would be made for making swords, right?
British steel for making swords. Probably not. Not when this was made. Or not when this is set.
No. You're moving too much.
Oh, that was too much.
Slow. Let's say we go at 24.
Let's only go at 24. There's a speed limit of 20. I'm not going to charge at 24 miles an hour to red signal. No, it's not 42, it's 4.2. Now 4.0.
Okay, we need to slow down. I can see it. This is probably I hope it is.
We've got, what, just under 20 yards in hand, so we're alright, plenty of space to stop.
I know, but then you've got a red light.
I know, but there's 20 yards between where we're supposed to stop and the red light, so red signal, so we've got plenty of time.
Why are we stopping here?
Because there's a red signal.
Slow down.
It's probably a bit too far away.
Yeah, let's say...
A bit of wheel slip.
I need to slow down. No. Not slowing down. Not slowing down. Slow down.
Come on, train, you can do it. There we go, objective complete. So, oh, great work. You'll need to wait here for a path to proceed further. Does that mean, I mean, great work?
Yeah, but where do we go now?
Whoa, does that mean, oh no, that was it. Okay, that was it.
Yay!
Oh, and I still got a gold medal despite breaking the speed limit a couple of times. Well, that's not too bad, is it? But actually, we didn't follow the speeds too badly. Not too badly at all. Stop accuracy 7.51 yards. Cool. Oh, I'll continue journey. Why not? Come on, loading. Coal hauler. So we've done steel. Now we'll do coal. Definitely in the north of England. Well, definitely in the north of England in the 80s anyway. Cool. I think this is the one we have to fill the trucks. Welcome to Red Car Ore Terminal. Coal is to be delivered as far as Tees Yard, where it will be hauled further afield, uncouple and run around to the rear. Oh right, okay. Okay. Well, at least it's sunny now. Though I didn't mind the rain, actually. Not at all. Missed the rain. Set the master key to on. Hello, set master key to, oh there we go, got it. Set the reverser to forward, set the train brake to running, loco brakes at 0%, apply a little bit of speed. Right, let's have some lights on. Oh, where's my lights?
Daddy, it'll be like last time. Remember?
I know, but it's really dark in here. So up here somewhere. Switch that on. Put that on for a minute.
Can you open the window? Okay.
We could open the window, actually, that's a very good point. Put the lights on. Open the window. Much better.
Is there anybody else in the train with us?
No, there's no one else in the train this time. I am on my own. Stop at location or stock siding.
Wait, maybe we just started it again. We started this again, but now it's not. Taking the bus, darling.
Oh, that might be too far. It might not let us get away with that. Oh, maybe it will. Okay, now what do we do? Vertical and manual junctions. Ensure these are preset correctly before proceeding in and out of the sidings. Okie doke. Stop at location. Entry to coal loader. So we need to move that way. So let's just check for a minute. Yep, so that looks okay. Need to make sure then, what's this one up to? That one's fine. What's this one up to? That one's not fine. Oh, wrong way, too many times. Done, good. Ooh, not getting any guidance. Whoo, making this one challenging. Not. Right, close the door. Sitting down. So, reverse it to reverse. Release the brakes. A little bit of throttle.
How the shit we going?
Stick your head out. Let's see.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we going backwards?
Going backwards because we've got to get to the... We're going the right way. Oh yes, there it is. We're moving to the next track over. Ooh, a bit too fast. Power off. Bit brake. There we go. Done. So we should be set. When we get there, we'll have to get out, reset the points. This is pretty cool. Nice sunny day. Bit of a change from last time. There are our trucks. I seem to have done this one before, a very long time ago. It's quite fun now doing it in the journeys. Do the journeys. Because we have to fill these up.
Really?
With the coal.
Oh, Jamie, it's so cool.
Uh-huh.
Wait, how do we fill them up?
How do we fill them up, Alexander says. Ah, well, we'll find out in a minute. It's quite fun, actually. It's quite cool. Oh, I might want to put my head in before I hit that thing. Let's go outside. I'm assuming we're going to have to switch ends? I wonder. Give it a bit of welly actually, gets back up to that magic 10 miles an hour. Oops, a bit much. Yeah, it's a shunter. Mm-hmm. It's a class 8, I think. I think that's what it's called.
that's
Yep,
for
it's
me.
definitely a Class 8.
No, that's class. That's it. For me. This.
Get that more by fluke than anything else. Stop at location coal wagons. Right, so we need to come back in.
We're in the wrong
The
position.
brakes on before we drift back too far. Oh no, go the wrong way. This way. Right, change the points again.
To left. Again.
Reverse it back to forwards. Okay, why is it not letting me? Have I got power on? Ah, throttle's on. That's why it went. I hadn't realised that was on. Okay, throttle to, reverse to forward. Brakes off. A little bit of power. Try and get speed up. Right, I need 300 yards. Don't hit these too hard. Well, we don't hit them at all if we're going to avoid it, you know what I mean. No, you just stop very hard, you don't fail. It's just best to try and be gentle. What, from hitting the wagons too hard? Don't think so. Usually fell from going through a red light.
Oh yeah. How can you fail?
Because you're not supposed to go through a red light.
Well, we've been past the red light before, and it didn't turn us off. And I was in one of the new ones.
Right, 100 yards. We're doing 6 now, 6 and a bit.
Oh, I can see it then.
So it actually looks like it wants us to stop quite a distance before them actually. Not sure why. So this is the coal filling station. Come back through here in a minute.
We're not stopping there. Get the Wogan action connected.
Stop way too short. There we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Close enough. Now couple up to these wagons. Pull up to the motor, touch the wagons, then climb down the couplings together manually. Okay, release the brakes. Slow and steady.
Doesn't matter if we get too far,
Well, we'll try and avoid it. Right, so let's go, as the boy says, free camera.
Hey, you always get free
Oh, look, there's some going through the other one on the other side, look. Perhaps they look like they're emptying, actually. Not quite, a little bit more.
Stop.
Close enough. Should be alright. Okay. There we go. Magically I push the trains back, hold the train brake in shutdown. Yeah, I wonder if we're going to change ends. Right, okay, not too worried about closing the door then. We're not going to be moving from this point. So sit down, train brake to shut down, which is all the way around. And if it'll let me, there we go, shut down. Reverse to off. Oh no, throttle off. Wrong one, beg your pardon. And presumably, yeah, push the button. And switch off the lights. And actually also then switch off this light, which is there. Done. Climb aboard the rear cab, sit in the driver's seat. So we'll just climb down the steps. Close the door. Can we close the door? No. Yes. No. There we go. Open the door. Climb up the steps. Close the door. Oh, hello. She might be some sort of inspector type person. So it makes sure she heard how many times I messed it up on the last one, so she's come to make sure I do a proper job. Let's see. Master key on. Locomotive brake to 100%. Now we've got full service. Wait for the brakes to charge. In the meantime, we can put those on. Put those on. It's a bit dark in here. Set the train brake to running. Okay. Set the reverse to engine only. Set slow speed control to 1 mile an hour. Oh, cool. Nice. Set locomotive brake to 0%. Put the lights on. We haven't done the lights yet. Set the reverse to forward. Right, let's get some coal. Apply power using the throttle and reach at least 5 miles an hour. Didn't we just set the slow speed controller to 1 mile an hour? I'm confused. Oh, is it you have to reach 5 miles an hour and then you activate the slow speed controller thing? Guess we'll find out in a sec. Fine. Put a little bit more power then. I don't see how we're going to reach. We can't reach 5 miles an hour. It's going to limit us to 1 mile an hour. Surely that's the whole point of it. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Oh well, we'll do as it says. We'll reach 5 miles an hour. Right. But then we're going to brake because I need to be going through here at 1 mile an hour. That doesn't make sense. So let's stop a sec. Release the brakes. So let's slow speed control again. I don't know why that's telling me to go to 5 miles an hour. Right, and give it some throttle. And that should take us nicely up to 1 mile an hour. Ease the wagons under the loader to fill them all evenly. Can't get in. I literally can't get in. Hey, let me in. Right. We get. I can't get round. There we go. That's what I wanted. Right. Good. So we are now entirely under the control of the slow speed controller-y thing, except it doesn't seem to be keeping us at a consistent 1 mile per hour. There we go, now we go in. So let's just gradually we'll ease these forward and hopefully we'll begin to... Objective complete, but they haven't filled yet. Ah, here we go, look, now they're filling. Oh right, so we're actually filling up from this one. I think what happens is if they don't quite fill up, it'll fill them up from that one as well. But that's fine. Could go a little bit quicker actually, but... So, first truck's full. Second truck's filling. Third truck. Wow, how many trucks have we got to do? 8. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a few more than 8.
Whoa!
Okay, this isn't going to be a quick exercise. That's hilarious. There's a car going in, that's pretty cool actually.
My car looks different when it comes to that. It's different, yeah. It looks kind of green.
So we're nearly quarter done actually. That's not too bad.
How many?
Why does it say objective completed? You haven't missed the objective. Not by a long shot. How many have we done? I'll make that about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 left.
11.
Ah, you get 14 per truck full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I beg your pardon, yep. It's very cool. The detail in this shed is amazing. Loading duck hole. Over halfway now. Excellent.
There's about 1, 2, 3.
Of course, it's going to be heavy when all these are full.
We have 6 left.
6 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've got 6 left. I think. It's kind of hard to tell. A lot of those orange markers are very sort of close together.
5 left.
Yeah, looks like 5 left. Nearly there.
And 1, 2, 3, 4 left.
Another 4 to go. 3/4 of the way done.
Well, this is a lot.
This is a lot. It's a lot of coal. It's going to be a very heavy train.
Yeah. We're going to have to get in. This.
3 more to go. Two more to go. Go tomorrow. Right, that's one. Down to it. We've nearly completed the objective, yep. And then we'll find out what we need to do next. Well, next thing will be to stop at that red signal. Mind you, that red signal might magically disappear when we've done this. Here we go, last coal going in. Excellent. We are done. Let's bring this train over to T's yard. So, let's immediately shoot. I don't know why I'm doing this manually. Go via location or terminal exit. 0.8 miles. So that's that red signal. Right, okay, so let's get back in the cab. I don't know why I felt the need to do it like that.
Much faster.
Right, so what we need to do then is take the throttle, throttle off.
Why?
Because we need to come out of the slow speedy mode thing. Train stop, so that's fine.
Oh, we need to go the other
Slow speed control off. Should be, he says, fingers crossed. Throttle,
Should just go really fast.
give it some time to get moving. Because this is now going to be a very heavy train. But at least it's not raining, so hopefully we'll be less prone to wheel slip than we were last time. Actually, yeah, it's moving quite nicely. Good. So we'll keep an eye out for that red signal.
Let's hope it turns yellow.
Let's hope it turns, yeah, either yellow or well, amber or green, yeah.
No.
There's that class 8 again. We should do some class 8. I like shunting, shunting's fun. I really like that last one that we did last time that I had to redo. I actually really enjoyed it.
That was tricky.
Right.
Except now we've got used to not going past the lights.
Right, so we just try and keep up this 10 miles an hour. There's quite a lot of movement in the loco. I think maybe that was first brought out with this lovely old loco movement wobble, if you like. Let's have a look outside. Oh weird, that's now the front camera, that's a bit odd. Okay, rear camera it is then. Oops. Slightly over the speed limit, there we go, that's better. Okay, let's just give a little bit more power. Come on, 1,000 yards to go. Let's have that red signal clear. I have a horrible feeling you have to stop actually. I think, if I remember rightly, because I've done this one before as a single. Well, we can't go faster than 10 because that's currently the speed limit. Till we get out of the yard, the terminal, that'll be all we can do. That's pretty cool though. Look at those great red rail freight trucks. Awesome. Love it. Red. They're called rail freight.
No.
Yeah, and they're red. So they're red rail freight trucks, right? Why are we slowing down? Don't slow down. Oh, why have I got the brakes on? Sorry, my mistake. How can I put the brakes on? That's very strange. Oh well. It's quite a slow crawl out the yard. 10 miles an hour. Well, even slower when I brake inappropriately. Ooh, 500 yards. Our go via location. Followed swiftly just over 100 yards late by a red signal. Ooh, is the point set right? Yep, okay, good. Good to know. get why sometimes it takes quite a bit of going to make it push the throttle up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I don't want that red signal to clear, because apart from that, it'd be nice to take a run at the 40-mile-an-hour limit that's a few hundred yards after. But I don't think it's going to. I think we're going to have to stop. So we'll see what it says after the go via location call, because we'll check that point. We wouldn't have wanted to go crashing through that, would we? Right, get speed up. We're now counting down 240 yards to a red signal. 220. 200. So we're about to hit our go via location-y thing. So I guess that means, yep, no signs of that signal clearing, so we're going to have to brake. Well, I can't go via location because it won't let me, because I've got a red signal, which we've stopped a little bit short of.
It's going to take ages.
Okay. Now I should... I forget which button it is to... Oh no, not that button. How do you... Don't know which button it is to request. Here we go. It's one of these. No route available. Okay. Just take the brakes off a sec. Let's just edge forwards. We are quite a distance away from the red, so let's try and get a bit closer. See if that helps.
You have to be like right in front of it for it to actually kind of yellow with.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Clearly a trigger. Right, green signal. Let's make our way up to that huge 10 miles an hour again. Go via location, cargo fleet. Still got a yellow signal 400 yards in front, so need to keep an eye on them. So our next go via is 4.3 miles away, so...
There's a red light again.
Yeah, there's a red light, but that's not on our track, so that's okay.
Very good.
Come on then, 40 miles an hour, let's go. Let's have it. Doopy-doo. Let's see how far we got. I can't remember where we're going. Right, 150 yards, mind you, we've got to get all the carriages past it as well. Just before that red signal, the green signal rather. It's a bit flat around here, isn't it? Not much going on. Right, so there is the change of speed, line speed. Oh, sorry, not got enough power. Yep, there it is. The 40 by the side. So need all of our trucks to get past that point. We should be able to go all the way up to 40.
I'm glad we aren't going that way on that.
Ooh, and then actually in 200 yards we've got a 60. Woohoo! Cool.
Yeah, we do.
If we can get to 60. Mind you, it seems to be able to cope with the cold a lot better than it was coping with that steel, so fingers crossed. Yay, power it. Let's go, train. Let's hope that yellow signal in 700 yards doesn't change. We don't get another one. And then a red. Get a bit of track space.
What's that?
I don't know what that is.
It's like a train or something.
No, it's piping. It's a bit to do with the works.
Or maybe it's electricity.
Whoa. How come we're now on a... What's going on? How come we've suddenly not got out of 40 mile an hour line speed? That's a bit rubbish. What are you trying to do to me? Catch me out. Don't distract me. Ooh, look, it's a class 101. Oh, very helpful. Make me brake and then put the speed limit back up. Excellent. Just to keep me guessing. Righty ho.
Maybe the lady's making it bigger.
Yeah, so if that lady's my assessor, then I've just failed, haven't I? Oh well. Get ticking off. Dock my pay or something. Okay, so yellow signalling 0.6 miles, 55 mile an hour limit and 0.9 miles, so frankly not much point in going over 55 then. If we get there at all. 36, we are motoring now. Oh good, green signal, alright. 0.6 miles to our 55 mile an hour limit. Uh-oh, bridge. Quick duck. Yeah, we might actually break that 55 mile an hour limit before we get there. Actually, no, we won't. No chance. But we're motoring nicely. Oh, it's one of those cool buses again. Bit juddery, as all those buses usually are. What did I do? Oh, what have I done? Have I put the brakes on again? By accident, I keep getting... It's the confusion of switching between camera mode and driver mode. Mind you, the brakes aren't releasing actually, why not? Oh yeah, they are now. Slowly, so I'll gradually start to put speed on again. Well, we shouldn't blast past the station anyway. At least that today they're waiting in the sunshine, not in the rain, like last time. 60 mile an hour limit coming up. Still got a troubling yellow signal. Let's see what that does when we go through it. Next one's red. Got a red signal in 0.7 miles. So actually, seems a little bit pointless. going crazy on the power. In fact, actually, we'd better put some brake on.
Right there.
Yeah, that's not an hour line though, is it? 700 yards. Release the brakes again. Let's get back in the cab so we can keep a bit of control on what's going on. Oh no, but not done by not sitting down. Best sit down.
You can do it by not sitting down.
Okay, I'm going to put some brakes on. 300 yards. Better put a lot more brakes on. Come on. Brake, 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 brake.
Is that lady still there?
Oh, it's gone to yellow. Yeah, she's still there. Well, she's not jumped out while we've been moving, is she? Hello. I'm doing all right, really. No, stop it. Oh, for goodness sake. It's really confusing switching between in and out.
Red.
Yeah, so there's a train in front of us. We're basically following another train. So fine. Ooh, horn. Is it? I wish the transition from low to high was a bit quicker. Hello. Oh, I forgot to close the window in the other cab. Ooh, look, twins. Never mind.
Go do it down now then.
Go and do it now. What, while I'm driving? How am I going to get from one end of the engine to the other? Huh?
So get out, wait for it to go.
What?
past
While
the
it's
cab,
flying at 38 miles an hour? Possibly not.
and then, oh Daddy, if you got out, it would stop.
Not necessarily. Right, so we've got 50 miles an hour and 0.8 miles. So you know what? May as well settle it at 50. Right, what's going to happen after this signal? We're going to get another red. We might do.
Are we going?
Yeah, we're definitely
Yeah.
following another train.
Out.
So take the power off, let it coast a bit. Let's see what happens. Also got a slight downhill slope. Put a bit more brake on, I think. Quite a bit more brake on, actually, because it's worryingly looks like that's not going to clear in time. We're not going to stop. Come on, brake, brake, brake. We're going to go through red. We're going to go through red. Ah, fail. Not fair. Now last time it stopped okay. That probably means I've never actually finished this one. I always go through that red light. Oh well. I'm not going to start it again. It's going to take too long. Oh look, we've got steelwork shunting coming up. That'd be fun. Oh well. I don't stop there. We must have been going for a couple of hours now.
No.
Not far off. It's 5 o'clock. Right. So thank you very much for watching. As always, we managed to miss a red signal. I don't know why it wouldn't slow down quite as effectively as it did the first time, but anyway, there you go. There was a slight downhill gradient, but not that much. And yeah, I'll do this one off screen. I'll add it to the list of off screen ones that I need to do, because it gets dull if you just keep watching me do the same one over and over again. And I'll see you next time. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, give us likes and subscriptions, very much appreciated. And I've got to fill all these wagons again. And I'll see you then. Bye for now.
At least